on in the room. Happy Friday, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So as we're letting everybody in the room, sorry, y'all, I got something in my throat. You know how you drink something and it goes down the wrong pipe? That's what just happened. So good morning. It is so good to be here with you all. Let me open up the chat. I want to see where we are all logging in from. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So look. You know, I got a revelation this week. For those of you that don't know me, I am Nina Moore, and I am your mindset coach because mindset matters. And I want to welcome you to the Buy Back the Block Mindset Call. We're here every Friday morning. And so I want you to celebrate yourself for being here and let me know where you're logging in from. I see Hiram, Georgia. You're right around the corner from me. I'm in Kennesaw. I see Albany, Georgia, Charlotte, North Carolina. I see Jacksonville. I see. We're actually heading to Jacksonville shortly in just a few minutes. Michigan, DeSoto, Texas, Philadelphia, Austin, Texas, Pittsburgh. All right, so listen, I see you, Miguel. Good morning to you, Philadelphia. Y'all know I'm from Philly. We were at a show last night and Jill Scott was here. And I went to school with Jill Scott. We graduated together. So all my Philly people sending much love to Philadelphia. So listen, the Lord gave me a revelation just this past week. And we're going to be making a lot of these mindset calls a little more interactive, right? And so what I want you to do is so many times, good morning, Tedra. Good morning, Dr. Dunn. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Shay. Good morning, Nichelle. Happy early birthday. So, you know, oftentimes we focus Mary so much on what we're not. We focus so much on all of our flaws. We focus on all of the things that we have not accomplished. But today, I want us to focus on our strengths. And I want you to write down 3 things. Write them down on your paper because you should have a notebook and a pen because you're only going to remember about 20% of the information that you hear. And so what I want you to do is I want you to write down 3 things, 3 wins that you had this past week. I want you to focus on 3 things that you did well. And I want you to write them down. And then if you would dare, share them with us. Share them with us. Right? Share them with us. But write down 3 things you did well. Maybe, you know what? And I'm talking, let me be real literal with you. I don't like when people are driving and they put the middle finger up at you. That is a thing, y'all, that drives me crazy. Right now, thank God it hasn't happened in a long time. But that is one of those things that used to get me like real crazy. And I might want to like follow you while I was driving. Right now, we know we living in a time where we don't follow anybody. Right? We don't even show any aggression while we're driving because people are cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. However, that is something, and I'm talking, it could be something as small as that, like that you didn't react when someone flipped the bird at you, or you didn't react at work when somebody tried to throw you under a bus, or like, I want you to think, like, what did you do this week that you feel like was a win? Don't think it needs to be a big, gigantic win. Like, I made $1 million this week. No. It could be that you were given some coaching instructions and you actually followed them. It could be that instead of taking the notes, you actually went into action. So I want you to write it down on your paper, and I want you to begin to start celebrating yourself. And I want you to start training your brain to start looking at your strengths and not just your weaknesses. Is that okay? Is that okay? And then if you would, if somebody wants to share them with you, I will even, and we've got the support team with us this morning. We will bring you to if somebody's willing to share their 3 things with the group, then I want you to raise your hand. Use the raise hand feature at the bottom of the page. And we'll take 1 or 2 people who want to share what their wins were for the week. Also, before we go deep into getting started, what I need you all to do is I need you to take the link and share it, not publicly on social media because we'll get some crazies coming in. But what you want to do is you want to send the link to 10 people that you love, 10 people in your phone, and let them know, hey, y'all jump on this mindset call with me because when we win the morning, we win the day. We win the morning and we win the day. All right, so we got Danny. Is it Cloutier? Is that how I pronounce that? It looks like that's how I pronounce it, right? So, Danny, you can unmute yourself. You should be able to unmute. Yep. Good morning, Danny.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Where are
How
you
are you?
logging in from?
I am here in Sarnia, Ontario, Canada.
Canada.
Western Ontario.
Okay. I was just
So we're
in.
getting good weather soon. Spring is coming.
It's coming. It's always, people in Canada always say spring is coming. It's coming.
It really is.
It really is coming. Good. All right. What were your wins for the week?
I'm a zero social media girl.
Okay.
Until this.
Wow.
Okay. I've always worked on referrals. I have a marketing agency. So 3 wins that I had this week was I booked 2 balance tests going to offered a party. They said we have to see what it is first. So I booked 2. They both canceled within minutes of each other yesterday, but I pivoted and I got one to rebook for today, which was the other one's slot. And the other one is calling me again. Her car broke down. She had to take it to the mechanics instead of seeing me. So that was fine. And then, so those are 2 things that I did. And then my bathroom mirror is now a really great experience because I have it full of, I don't have red lipstick because I don't wear makeup, but I have, dry
The marker,
erasers.
right? Yeah.
Dry
erase markers.
Yeah, right. And so I have markers, patch 1 million, keep going. I will book. I am hosting patch parties every single week. And then I have a whole bunch of sticky notes from the other day.
I love it. I love it. Y'all
That's
celebrate.
what I've done before.
Celebrate Danny. Celebrate Danny. Yay. Yay, 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 yay. All right.
Nina.
Thank you. All right. So can we get anybody?
It's because of you and Stanisha. Just so you know. Mindset
matters, everybody. Mindset matters. All right. Do we have any more wins? Anybody else? And it could be any kind of, we've got lots of people here in different, I know there are people on here that follow me from social media, and there are people from Buy Back the Block all over the place. All right, come on. We'll bring up Sheila. Come on up. What were your 3 wins for the week? Unmute yourself, Sheila. We want to hear you.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
My 3 wins for the week. I started to be more consistent in my business as far as posting on my page like I'm supposed to. So that made me more excited. And now I'm starting to be more patient. With the Peace Patch, it's causing me to be more patient. I work in retail, so and I need that patience. And with that goes along with when I see my, which is my 3rd one, when I see my customers are in pain, I have more access to them as far as trying to get them to show them about the patches.
Awesome. Y'all celebrate Sheila in the comments. Celebrate Sheila. Thank you so much for your courage to come up. This is not easy. All right, I'm going to get one more. Marika White. Come on up, Marika White. And is there anybody from Buy Back the Block that wants to come up and talk about their 3 wins? All right, Marika White, come on up. Marika White, and then you can unmute yourself. You should be able to unmute. Try now. Okay, there you go.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning. What were your 3 wins?
I'm not with a patient yet, so I can be on camera.
Okay.
Okay, so some of my, this was a big week for me. So my first win was getting over myself and allowing others to celebrate me.
Oh.
And in that, God restored a long-time friendship that I have kind of been neglecting for about 8 years. So that was a big one.
That is big.
The second one was I was able to increase my social media following.
Yay.
And the third one kind of goes with that. I kind of got frustrated because I was trying to follow the system and things weren't working well. And I was like, I'm going to figure this out. So last night I was up to like 2 something trying to figure out. I was like, okay, my phone is not doing what I needed to do to be able to do all my posting and everything. So I got pushed Telegram onto my desktop and I was like, all right, this is what we're going to do. And now we flowing and I'm ready.
Boom. So let's talk about that. I want to kind of unpack something you said in the very beginning, because sometimes we don't realize that in the spirit, like it's all spiritual, right? And you were kind of operating out of imposter syndrome in that situation, right? And you said you restored this relationship and everything began to flow after that. So we don't see, right, how oftentimes when there's one area of our lives where we've got some clotting, some blockage, how you go from this blockage to now, once that is not blocked, the flow is able to happen, right? So everything is spiritual, and I hope people really all see that everything is spiritual and everything begins here. You let that go, and then boom, you were even able to come up with a creative way to overcome an obstacle that you were having, because you let it go. So how many things are we all holding on to that we haven't let go of, that are the blockage for the flow of everything else that's happened, that could happen in our lives? So y'all celebrate Marika. Thank you, Marika, for your courage to come on up. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing. Right? And I want all of you, if you're just jumping on, we were celebrating 3 wins. And I want you all to start practicing looking at the good. I want you all to start practicing. Cedric, come on up. I see another hand. Let's get a gentleman up. Come on, Cedric. We're going to do one more, y'all. We got to get a gentleman up. Good morning, sir. How are you? You got to unmute.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing this morning?
Amazing. What's your wins? Talk to us.
Okay, so for my 3 wins, I've been going old school for the last month or so. I did my mailings.
Yes.
There we go, for my marketing, for the affordable housing.
Yes.
I made contact by phone with 2 agencies.
Wow.
And yesterday I hung out with my grandson.
Oh.
Now that's the reason why I said that, because I do that every week.
Oh, wow.
That's my little guy. So yeah. So that's a win for me. That completes my week. So
that's a major win. The younger,
Absolutely.
that is a major win. He's going to remember that for his entire life. That just gave me like goosebumps all over, that you invest that kind of time in him. And then I want to really celebrate you, because it just sounds like you just took action. You decided, you know what, let me just take action. And you honestly did. Oftentimes people will say, well, I'm going to do my best. That's what people say. I'm going to do my best. I'll do the best that I can. But what it sounds like you did is you did whatever it takes.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's a different level.
Look, even this morning, I'm on the left coast, so.
Oh, well, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Thank you for being here, Cedric. All right, thank you so much. All right, y'all, so listen, let's get it crack-a-lackin'. Y'all celebrate Cedric. That is amazing. That is amazing. So listen, I'm gonna, all right, so now that we celebrated, I wanted to make y'all feel good first. Now we got to get to the nitty-gritty. Is all right? Is y'all give me permission? Does everybody give me permission to coach them this morning? Is that okay? Because I know we're here, but do I actually have permission? Because I have to say something now that may challenge you this morning. All right? Are we good? I just want to make sure we good. Nobody gonna be mad at me, right? Okay? Well, no, it's okay if you're mad. It's okay if you're mad, because if you are mad, you'll get glad at some point. So we don't have a vision problem. All right? Vision, Hanifa, vision is not the problem. We have a focus problem. It's okay. Everybody can say amen. I trust me, I studied this for a long time. We do not have a vision problem. We have a focus problem. Most people know what they want. They want freedom. They want ownership. They want properties. They want investments. They want to build their social media marketing, followers. They want customers. They want freedom. They want to be debt free. Like, people know what they want. They don't know how it's going to happen. They want growth. We want wealth. We want to be healthy. I mean, I don't know one person that's walking around just saying, I don't know, I'm good. I don't want to be healthy. Like, that's just retarded, right? I'm sorry, that's not a good word, but that's not smart. It's not wise to think that way. However, they're distracted from the very things that people say that they want. People are distracted from the very things that they say they want. So we're going to talk today about focus. We're going to talk about distraction. And I'm going to use a Bible story that you probably are like, wow, I never would have looked at it that way, because we're going to look at this Bible story as more like temptation. But I want everyone to say this with me. I protect my focus. Come on, we're gonna make that a declaration today. I protect my focus. So I want you all to understand, like, the good Lord knows that there's greater in you. You know there's greater in you, but the enemy also knows that there's greater in you. And so let me keep Danny distracted. You know what I know? I know that if we just give one little thing, put one little thing in their way, they'll crumble. They'll fall apart. Because, see, they think they want it. That's why I said oftentimes we'll say, I'm going to do my best. You know that word try. Try is the devil. The word try. You got to denounce that word. It shouldn't even be in our vocabulary. Right? I protect my focus. And I want you to write this down. My focus is my responsibility. Write that down, and then you say it out loud. Type it in the comment. My focus is my responsibility. My focus is my responsibility. I protect my focus. My focus is my responsibility. I'm going to give you a chance to write it down. My focus is my responsibility. Think about what even the definition of vision, right? Vision is so powerful, because vision is the ability, let me read this out. Vision is the ability to see, sight, the imaginative power to plan the future, foresight, or a vivid mental image, such as a dream or supernatural experience. I'm going to say it again. Vision is the ability to see, sight, the imaginative power to plan the future, which is foresight. So what is it? Vision is something we don't physically see, but we're able to plan. So here's the thing. Vision is the thing you see, meaning the thing you desire. So you mentally see it, right? Is it Keita? Is it Keita Banks? Am I pronouncing it right? I am. Give me a thumbs up or shake your head, nod your head like this if I'm pronouncing. Is it Keita? I'm pronouncing it right? Perfect. So Keita, I see that I want, there's a life that I want, right? So I see it. Vision is the sight, but it's also the imaginative power to plan the future, foresight. I don't know how I'm going to get there yet, but I know what I want. Or a vivid mental image, such as a dream or supernatural experience. It involves both the physical process, of eyes interpreting light and the strategic foresight to anticipate future developments. Vision. See, there are people that can't see that have more vision than people that actually physically have sight. Vision is powerful, but vision without focus is powerless. So we got to have vision and focus. So once we say, this is what I want, this right here, that is what I want. Now, I know that the road from here, where I am to what I want, in between what we think we see right now is a straight line. That is not how that goes, Danny. From where you are to what you want is more like this. But we think it is, Akita, it's supposed to go from where we are to this. And most people never get to this because they thought it was going to be a merrily we roll along, frolicking through the daisies, la 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 la. And when we don't get that, we start saying crazy stuff like, see, I knew this was a scam. See, I knew that the first God gave us the vision. God gave us the vision. Oh, yes, this is it. This is going to be the one. This is it. And because we don't get this, all of a sudden it's no longer God. All of a sudden. So what is it? Vision is powerful. But without focus, it is powerless. Everybody see that? We got to learn to, listen, marry the process, divorce the outcome. So we marry the process, divorce the outcome. Because here's the deal. Even if we fail, what happened in the process? Who did you become? Who are you becoming? We marry the process, divorce the outcome. Remember, we keep saying what got us here won't get us there. Remember that. I want you to physically see what got me here. Nina, Nina's 53. I'm almost 54. I've had such and such and such amount of accomplishments in my life. I've had blah, 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 blah amount of failures in my life. Now, what got me here won't get me there. Who I became when I married the process, who I became to get here won't take me there. Because there are going to be some different hills and plunges and lunges and dunges and all the way to this. Let me tell you, Keita, what happens. What got us here won't get us there, right? What happens is people get here, and guess what they forget to do? They forget to make another goal. So they get stuck here. And I say what got us here won't get us there, but we get stuck. Now you're starting to really, really see this. Oh, we're not moving anywhere else if we don't create another goal. The moment that we accomplish the thing we set out for, we must immediately set another goal. Immediately. See, this is the problem. Do you all see, how many sports fans do we have? I was an avid basketball, football, the whole nine. Do you all see how much it takes to win a championship? Ladies, I know that you may not love basketball or football or anything like that, but you've been around it, right? I love basketball. I'm an only girl. That's probably why I love sports, right? When we have, y'all know how family dinners, all the ladies are usually sitting around the table like with a magazine and they're about talking all, with the lipstick and the makeup. I'm usually at the sofas with the men watching the sports. Okay, that's just, and I know, and I understand the sports. My son played basketball. I literally had a whistle at the games running up and down the sides of the courts with the referees. Okay, they knew me in every city. All right, so I want you to understand this. Do you all see how much it takes to win a championship? How many games they've got to play, and then how intense it gets to win the championship. And then what happens, y'all? A team wins the championship. They have the parade, and then boom, it's over. Do you see how fast it's over? Y'all know how fast it's over? It's like it's done. It's like it never happened. So if athletes understand that you're only as great as your last accomplishment, why do we get stuck thinking, I did really good last week. I'm going to stay right there. We celebrate too long. We stay stuck because we celebrate too long. When winners who win in all that they do, guess what? They're already on to the next thing. They're on to the next version of themselves. And let me explain something to you. Once Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, once they won one championship, guess what they did, y'all? Guess what they did? They started Kobe and LeBron and Michael Jordan. You know what they did? They hired additional coaching. So they had the team coaches, Marika, but then they had their own private coaches. So Kobe Bryant was being coached by Tim S. Grover. Do you not understand what I'm talking about? So he invested his own money. Now, he was the best of the best of the best, one of the best of the best of the best, working with Phil Jackson, one of the best of the best of the best, and all of the other amazing coaches. But Kobe Bryant, while everybody else was out at the clubs, they were coming in from the clubs, Marika, and Kobe was practicing. And they were coming in from the clubs looking like, Kobe, where you going? He like, I'm going to practice. Because he was getting up and going to practice before the team was going to practice. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? See, when you want to be the best of the best of the best of the best of the best, what are you willing to invest in becoming the person that is required to become the greats of the greats of the greats? But because focus determines whether you're going to ever get there. Focus determines whether you're ever going to get there. Tony Robbins says this quote, where focus goes, energy flows. I want you to write that down. Where focus goes, energy flows. Where focus goes, energy flows. If your focus is scattered, your results will be scattered. If your focus is disciplined, your results will be consistent. It's as simple as that. So if what got us here, remember, let's go back. What got us here won't get us there. What got us here won't get us there. What do you need to get from here to there? Focus. Focus. So let's talk about this. Now, I know you're going to be like, well, Nina, I was taught that was a temptation story. So we're going to talk about Samson and Delilah. We're going to talk about, anybody know that story? I'm not trying to make you, I'm not trying to convert nobody. I'm not, right? But anybody know that story? And we talk about temptation, right? I want to give you an example of it because Samson was not an ordinary man. Samson was chosen. Samson was gifted with physical strength. But Samson had a problem. Samson didn't protect his focus. So although, he was tempted by Delilah and she was gorgeous and she was beautiful and blah, 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 right. He gave access to someone who was not aligned with his assignment. Oh my goodness. Samson gave access to someone who was not aligned to his assignment. Oh my goodness. That one made me like a little perspire. Samson gave access to someone who was not aligned with his assignment. And over time, it wasn't in one moment, but over time, Delilah kept asking him questions. She just kept picking. And because the enemy knew exactly how he liked it. The enemy knew exactly what could distract him. Oh, the enemy knew. And over time, like I said, it wasn't in one moment. She kept asking questions, pressing him. You know what she was doing? She was wearing him down. Who do you have in your life right now? Who is in your space right now that is not aligned with your assignment, that is causing distraction. Because what eventually happened, Angela, what eventually happened, Tracy, what eventually happened, Lisa, what eventually happened, Danny, what eventually happened is he revealed the source of his strength. See, because what happens when you allow people in your environment that are not aligned with your assignment, after a while, you let your guard down. You let your guard down. You let your guard down because, they just around. And what happens is you begin to talk, Danny, and you forgot that they were in the room. Oh, you say things just because you got comfortable with them being around and you let them have a little more access than they should have had. And now you're trying to figure out what is going on here. Because all the enemy needed was to figure out what was your weakness. Oh. So Samson revealed the source of his strength because he got comfortable. He lost his focus. And when he lost his focus, he lost his strength. But let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. Everybody type strength in the comments. He lost his strength. But let's go deeper. He didn't lose his strength all in one moment, Keita. Hanifa, not all in one moment. It didn't happen like this. He lost it through gradual distraction. So over time, just gradual, bam, 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 bam. You don't even realize, y'all never been in a situation where you be like, why don't they just be quiet? Why don't they just be quiet? And people start asking you a ton of questions at the wrong time. Why don't they just be quiet? It's gradual. See, we think it's this whole boom. It just happens. No. It's gradual that it happens. Through unprotected access. Who have you allowed unprotected access to? What have you allowed unprotected access to? And let me tell you how you allow it. Through misplaced attention. Through misplaced attention. Now, you busy helping them doing something because they always in a rut. They always got a problem. Oh, my tire messed up. Can you come get me? Oh, my this. Can you go get my kids? Oh, my this. And they always throwing something on you. Their life is in shambles. Their life is chaotic. And they always throwing something on you. The moment you get in a good rhythm, you're like this. You got a good rhythm, a good flow going. And then here they come. Because you allowed access. And now you've allowed this access. And they always got something going on. It's not your stuff. It's their stuff all the time. All the time. Unprotected access. That's right. Misplaced attention. And so here's what it cost him. And then you want to ask yourself, what is it costing you? And maybe we'll bring somebody up to the hot seat. What did it cost Samson? It cost Samson, listen to this. We just thinking about his hair. It cost Samson his strength. It cost Samson his position. It cost Samson his influence. And it cost him his freedom. He went from powerful to captured. And some of you are captured and you don't even know it. Oh my goodness. He went from powerful to captured. Not because he wasn't called, but because he was distracted. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. So gentlemen, the enemy know what you like. He know whether you like them light or dark. He know whether you like them thick or slim. He know what you like. He know whether you like them, with makeup on or not. He knows what you like. He knows what you like. Ladies, he knows where your heartstrings are. Oh, so your kids see, we think that it's just going to happen to us, through us. No, ladies, it come through your kids, your grown kids. Not the little kids. You know what? Anyway, I know I'm teaching today. It don't come through the little, it come through your grown-up kids. So I want you to pause for a minute. And I want you to ask yourself, honestly, where has distraction been weakening my strength? Where has distraction been weakening my strength? Where has distraction been weakening my strength? What distractions have cut my locks off? And I'm not talking physical cut your locks off. But what distraction, what Delilah is in your life right now that has cut your locks off? What is it that if you don't wake up out of this place you're in, it's getting ready to have you captured, powerless? Because distraction doesn't always destroy you immediately. It slowly drains you. Slowly. It just sucks the life out of you. And then you'll be trying to figure out, why am I so tired? Why am I so stressed? Why am I this? Like, why is this going? And I'm going to tell you something. The one thing that I learned, yep, I've helped my kids in the past, but I put boundaries around it. Because you're not going to come up in my space and think I'm going to treat you like the 5-year-old kid that you were. No. So you come up in my space, yep, you might need to be with me. But there got to be some boundaries. Because you're no longer the 5-year-old kid that I had to take care of. See, I don't have to take care of you now. I did my job. Boundaries. It makes them stronger. It makes them better. And those boundaries are not just for them. They're for us. They're for us. Boundaries. Boundaries. Because those distractions won't just destroy us immediately. Sometimes they slowly drain. And even if the kids, even if they're not around, they just, every time there's a problem, here you come. And then you got to go, now you got to be the one to go save it and fix it. Every time. That's not my problem. That's your problem. I'm going to listen because I'm going to listen, but that's not my problem. Because what happened that now we won't even allow people around us to think through. You know what? Instead of telling people what to do, you gotta ask them questions. You wanna help people get through where they're stuck? guess what you do? You don't tell them, you ask them questions. You got to make people hear themselves. They have to be able to hear themselves. Ask them questions. And stop allowing this to drain you. Focus. Everybody type focus in the comments. Type the word focus. So here's what happens. Builders, to my entrepreneurs, builders lose more to distraction than they do to difficulty. I'm going to say this again. Builders lose more to distraction than they do to difficulty. We lose more to distraction. So in my line of business, I am so grateful that no matter what is going on in my life, I can still be in business. If I don't feel good, because I can work from social media, there's never an excuse. Never. I'm on a plane. There's never an excuse. Social media is so to the place now, y'all, where when you learn to use it properly and you can schedule out your things and you learn what tools are beneficial for you. Literally, you can build a whole website through Lovable. Like, there's just things. You can build presentations in moments like this, like things that save us time, right? Energy and money, because that's what systems do. But we have to understand, builders lose more to distraction than they do to difficulty. Because in this stage of life is so much easier than it was because we have so many more tools. It's not that it's too hard. It's that our focus is divided. Now, it is different when you've got your focus divided in a situation where it's, okay, page is 11. At 11 years old, my focus has to be divided. Everybody got that? Because she's 11. So I'm still responsible for her. So at 11, yes, my focus is divided. But it doesn't mean that I get thrown off the grid because my focus is divided. It means that, Keita, I have to learn to operate even when my focus is divided. And the moments that I can have, see, this is the problem. The moments that we can have uninterrupted focus, we don't. We haven't set boundaries. No is a word. No is an answer. No is a word. No is an answer. No is a word. Y'all type it. I think we need to practice the word no. Maybe today needs to be the day that we practice the word no. No is a complete sentence. It is an answer. No. And guess what? Guess what I learned? And stop doing it with an explanation. Well, no, because, no. The answer is no. No. No, I'm sorry. I'm not able to do that. See, but because we got imposter syndrome going on, Keita, the no ain't even about them. The not wanting to say no is about who you are. Because you're operating out of imposter syndrome. You want to please everybody. Because you want to please everybody. And because you want to be a people pleaser, you can't say no. Because you're afraid that, they may not. You know, what if they don't, if I say no, they may not, or they might not like me no more, or they may not, I might lose that. So imposter syndrome. Oh, I'm not a good mom if I say no. What? Okay, so when your focus is divided, we got too many tabs open. Right? We got too many tabs open, too many ideas started, too many distractions entertained, and not enough discipline. So I want everybody to say this. Everybody say this. And everybody unmute and say this. Everybody unmute and then we'll go back on mute. Everybody unmute. I will not be distracted from my assignment. I want to hear everybody. I will not be distracted from my assignment. Can we unmute them? Let me see. Hold on. We might have to do it here. All right. Here you go. Hold on. Everybody unmute.
I will not be distracted from my
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
I will not be distracted from my
Boom. You will not be distracted from your assignment. So we're going to talk about 5 focus principles and then we're done. Number 1, focus is a decision. It's a decision. Focus is a decision. Focus is not a personality trait, y'all. It's a choice. Literally, I remember the day that I decided, you know what, I'm never going to be broke another day in my life. So you're in a lot of you have coaching and mentors. You're in programs, you're in communities, you're in all of those things. And the day that you decide that, you know what, I'm going to be the next success story, that is your decision. Focus is a decision. And every day, how often do we decide? Every day. Because every day we have to decide what gets our attention. Every day. Every day. Every day. We have to decide what gets our attention or not. Number 2, distractions are often disguised. They're disguised, y'all. You know, I was thinking, Dr. Dunn, she's somebody that's on my team, Dr. Tamara Dunn. About a week ago, she got hit on all her social media platforms. And I was thinking to myself, she must really get ready to have something major happen in her life and in her business, because literally she had to restart her Instagram. And I remember the day. That I had to restart my Instagram, y'all. And my Instagram, when I had to restart it, was at 87,000 followers. Keita, I thought I was going to die. So my Instagram was hacked. And I had to restart my Instagram. And here's the thing. I had 87,000 followers, but no interaction. Like nothing was going on. So we think it's a bad thing. Not every bad situation is a bad situation. I hit that restart. Now I'm over 200,000 followers, but I've got more engagement and activity happening. Sometimes the restart, right? It comes at a time when we think, now, come on, I'm too busy for this. I got to figure out how to create all these new accounts. And I mean, come on, I got to create new emails to create new accounts. And I'm too busy for this. But we don't even realize that oftentimes when it happens to us, it's the catalyst for the breakthrough that's about to happen. Distractions are often disguised. Distraction doesn't always look like something bad. So on the flip side, distractions may not always look like there's something bad. It may look like social media, busy work, other people's priorities, other people's problems. I'm not down with OPP. I don't do OPP. We got to stop trying to be the Captain Saver. I almost said something. I don't do OPP. We have to stop being down with OPP. Y'all remember the song? Yeah, you know me. We down with OPP. No, we not down with other people's problems. That is the problem. So they overthinking. That's a distraction. Overthinking. So 2 is distraction is often disguised. 3, access must be managed. Write that down. Access must be managed. That's right, Michelle. Stop being God for other people. Access must be managed. Samson's downfall wasn't just Delilah. It was access. Not everyone should have access to your time, your energy, or your focus. I had a conversation yesterday about surrendering. You know, because we paint these images, y'all, of ourselves, especially through social media. We paint these images, like, what I can't do because my image. If you don't go sit down somewhere with that image, what image? I'm God's image. So I said, you know what? Let me surrender. And I made one shift, one change, and that one surrender is yielding me so many benefits. Because I decided that what got me here won't get me there. Image. You know what I learned? I was listening to a few podcasts yesterday, clips of the podcast. And one of the guys said, people try to act like there's something that they not on social media. And all the people that you see that trying to act like they looking good and doing good are not really doing well. And here you are following after people who you think are doing great because they can make it look good. Some of y'all trying to make it look good and ain't doing as great as you used to was. And you won't even be honest about that, not even understanding that if you would just be transparent and show the world that, hey, I'm in a season where I'm challenged right now. Guess what? You'd have more credibility. But because you sitting around trying to act like everything is peachy, creamy, hunky-dory, kiki-kiki-ka-ka-ka, now people think that they can't even relate to you because, you must got it going on. No, when I'm not doing okay, I let people know I'm not doing okay. But this is just a temporary setback. Number 4, energy follows attention. Energy follows attention. So with the people that are working with me in business, it's funny, y'all. I always know I can look at their numbers and see where their energy and attention is. Nobody got to tell me anything. And then I always know that something shifted in their environment because look, the numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, but guess what don't lie? Them numbers. So you can lie to yourself all you want. I'm working. No, you're not. The numbers don't lie. What you focus on is what grows. If you focus on problems, stress grows. If you focus on opportunity, growth happens. Growth happens. Yes, Lisa, what if surrender isn't about feeling like you're losing control, but about finally being safe enough to let go? What if surrender is just about elevation? See, we think surrender is this bad thing. Surrender is letting go of a version of you to walk into this new version of who you are, Danny. That's all. And I don't know why we have we were okay, y'all, singing in church. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Savior. And we would be crying, I surrender all. And we sang it. Crying, snotting. And then when it comes time to surrender, we like, I don't want to leave. No. Let it go. Because whatever version, remember, what got us here won't get us there. I'm going to tell y'all, since January 1, I have been literally, that has been my, Nina, what got you here won't get you there. What got you here won't get you there. Nina, what got you here won't get you there. Let go of who you used to was. So what got you here won't get you there. What got you here. And I'm having massive success in my life. But if I want to keep elevating and having more success because I can, because my daddy, the one that I serve, he owned everything. And there's a good book that I read that says I'm an heir and a joint heir of that kingdom. So if I'm an heir and a joint heir of that kingdom, of his kingdom, and he owns everything, all the silver, all the gold, all the houses, all the cattle, all the land, all the this, all the that, then I am an heir of that. Why would I live beneath my birthright? You know what's amazing, Keita? People, well, I mean, Nina, you're doing well. Like, how much more do you want? All. Everything that belonged to me. Are we serious right now? The problem is too many people are comfortable with where they're at because it's good. Well, I'm good. Because for real, I'm good. If I never did another thing right now, Hanifa, and literally I just kept working in the pace that I'm in, but I don't do anything else to move past where I'm at, I would be very wealthy for the rest of my life. Right here where I'm at. But see, I keep adding whys. I wanted to take care of my father and my, mom in Jersey. And now I want to take care of my mom. We're moving here from California. That means if I'm bringing another person into my space, that means that now we got to elevate a little bit higher. Because now financially, she's 75. She ain't going to work nowhere. We got to make sure we're able to provide for another human being. Everybody understand what I'm saying? So when you're looking to expand your life and you've got these why, that's why people won't make a why. Oh, they won't make a why because if you make a why, you got to actually do something. Uh-oh. Oh, Keita, so they won't write. When we say, well, what's your why? And people are like, I don't know. Or I don't really know. And let me think about it. No, it's just because you don't want to do anything to have to work for the why. So energy follows attention. Number 5, discipline protects destiny. Because we got to get off of here in 4 minutes. I didn't even realize it was 9:56, y'all. We having a good time this morning. Discipline protects destiny. Your future is protected by your discipline. Say, my future is protected by my discipline. Your discipline will protect your destiny. Not your intention, not your desire, but your discipline. Discipline protects destiny. So here's the challenge. I want to challenge you. I want you to think, what has distraction already cost me? What opportunities did you lay? What properties did you walk by, pass by, drive by? What investments did you miss out on because you thought too long? You were overthinking, right? Where could your business be if you weren't distracted? And most people's distractions right now, if you were to really admit it, you're distracted and it has nothing to do with you. Most people are distracted and it has nothing to do with them. Nothing. And you looking back like, what the heck? How did I allow this? How did I allow this Delilah to get up in here and distract me? It don't even have nothing to do with me. But I let this Delilah come on in here. Distraction is expensive. What momentum did you lose because Delilah came and showed her ugly self? What momentum did you lose? So now, if you're serious about saying, whoo, Lord have mercy out, hallelujah, them toes that got stepped on today, type focus in the comment. No more distractions. Focus, 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 focus. I want you to hear me all day when Delilah tries to creep up. When that phone starts to ringing, mom, mom, dad, dad, mom, dad, mom, dad. No, focus, 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 focus. Well, you know what, son, daughter, how would you work that out on your own? Talk to me about what do you believe the best resolution for that is? Stop having to save the world. Because this is what builds commitment. So once you've identified your biggest distraction, remove or reduce it today. Remove it or reduce it today. Block out focus time to work on your growth, your personal growth and development. And write it on your paper. What are you eliminating? What are you focusing on? So say this with me. My focus is sharp. Because we got to make these declarations. I want you to write it down. My focus is sharp. Zane said my toes were run over by cars. My focus is sharp. My mind is disciplined. My energy is aligned. Yep, my focus is sharp. My mind is disciplined. My energy is aligned. I am not distracted. I'm building with intention. I'm investing with intention. I protect my assignment. So let me leave you with this and we're getting off. Samson didn't lose his calling. He lost his focus. When the focus left, strength followed. But that's not your story because now you're aware. Now you're intentional. Now you're focused. And the people who protect their focus are the ones who build the future. I'll see you next Friday morning at 9 a.m. allowing us to have this space to grow together. Listen, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Let's pay it forward, do a good deed, and be kind to one another. And always remember, God loves you. We love you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. God bless you all.